All right. What's up, everybody? You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. I want to appreciate every one of you that you are here live with me. Thank you so much for coming. I believe we are going to enjoy ourselves together on in this class. We'll be talking about something very interesting. I believe some of you are beginners. Some of you know one or two things about Microsoft Word, and some of you are an advanced student. You are a pro already when we talk about Microsoft Word. But this online webinar is tagged Mastering Microsoft Word from Beginner to Pro. So which or wherever you find yourself in this category, you are welcome. All right, my name is Olafisoye Igbe, and I will be your instructor in this particular class. This particular class is meant to be just an hour, all right? So I want you to pay attention, and please feel free to share, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. I really believe that you will learn a lot from this class. You will learn a lot from this class. And yeah, that's it. Okay, everybody. Yep. So if you are joining me, please do well to share this. All right, I said it the other time, we are going to learn a lot. All right, so let me share my screen now. I'm going to share my entire screen so that you will be able to see what we will cover in this particular class, and we'll be able to move from there. This class it's 3 days. It's for 3 days. We'll be starting today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. And that is from Monday to Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Maximum is just between that time. What we'll be covering is going to be a lot, but of course, I believe right now you are watching me from your even if you are watching me from your mobile device, you should also have your system with you so that you'll be able to follow along. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen now. Okay, so we are looking at mastering Microsoft Word from beginner to advanced, and it's going to be from Monday 24th to Wednesday 26th of February 2025, right? And of course from 12 to 1 p.m. And if you have anybody that is really interested in this, just ask them to register via this link, academy.shokenisolutions.com. So today we'll be looking at the beginner level, all right? Getting started with Microsoft Word. We'll just go through the basics. I have made my journey very simple so that I won't go into the advanced class or in the intermediate class. So I have documented everything I need to teach you. All right. Yeah. So I will just go through the major things we want to talk about in this particular class. In this class, we'll talk about introduction to Microsoft Word. We also be looking at basic text formatting and editing. Basic text formatting and editing. The third thing we'll be looking at is paragraph and page formatting. Paragraph and page formatting. We would also be looking at, let me make this a little bit bigger so that in case, all right, so we'll be looking at paragraph and page formatting. The fourth thing is going to be working with basic objects, right? We'll be looking at that, working with basic objects, and saving and printing documents. We'll be looking at how do you save and how do you print documents. Although we'll not be printing documents, right? Because, but I'm going to show you basically how you can save and print your documents. So those are the 5 things we'll be looking at in this particular class. I hope you are going to enjoy this class like myself. I tend to enjoy this particular class. Okay, so we want to start with introduction to Microsoft Word. Once again, my name is Olafisoye Igbe, and I will be your instructor in this class. And it is worthy to mention that this class is hosted by Shokeni Solutions Academy. All right, Shokeni Solutions Academy. Maybe the second day, maybe next tomorrow, I'll be telling you more about Shokeni Solutions Academy and what you can gain from Shokeni Solutions Academy. We'll do this webinar as frequent as possible, or so that you yourself you can get yourself when it comes to IT or tech generally. Okay, so in the first section, we want to look at overview of the interface, the ribbon, the toolbar, and the panel. We want to look at creating and opening and saving documents. We also want to look at understanding file types. All right, so that's basically what we want to do. So let's start with the practice exercise. So I didn't mention this. This is going to be fully practical. All right, so if you are new to this, just follow along. All right, just follow along. I believe it's something you really enjoy. Okay, so the practical exercise I have here is that you should open Word, that is Microsoft Word. Type Microsoft Word is an essential tool. Save the file as wordpractice.docs. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So I'm going to come to the search bar here and I'm going to search for Word. Now, it really does not matter the word you are using, whether Word 13, whether Word 16. Many of the things I will be talking about in this class, you should definitely find it in whatsoever version of Microsoft Word you have on your side here. So when you open Word, this is going to be the first thing you will be seeing, right? Something, like this. So you click on the blank document, okay, and you have something like this. It should bring out this. Then you can see I'm using Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2016. Some of you are using 2018, Okay, so let's go back to, it said I should type Microsoft Word is an essential tool. Now, I could have copied and pasted it, but I'm just going to type it so that you would also have the same time to be able to do likewise from your side. So Microsoft Word is an essential tool. Full stop. Okay, of course, what you use to type is your keyboard. Just follow what you have there. Microsoft Word is an essential tool. Microsoft Word is an essential tool. It says save the file as Word Practice. But before I save the file as Word Practice, I want to show you some, basic things you need to know about your Microsoft Word window. All right, so I want to show you some basic things you need to know about your Microsoft Word window. Okay, so let me go back to my Microsoft Word now. Right, so now you have, you have a beautiful space like this. I know for some of you, you are already familiar with something like this, but for the beginners, the beginner of the beginners, all right, you are very new, you are opening this for the first time. Now, what you are having here is called the Microsoft Word window. This entire thing is called it's called the window. Now, and what you have here, you may not really see, what should I call it now? You might not really see the demarcations, all right? But here is where you have the name tab. Now you can see document one, blah, 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 right? Shortly when I save this particular document, you will discover that this document one will change to the name you are saving the document as, all right? So after this is where you have, of course, here you have the tabs, okay? For example, you have the home tab here, you have the insert tab, you have the design tab, you have the layouts, you have the reference, you have the mailing. Now, in the course of this particular training, I'm going to take you through maybe all the tabs, or let me say the major tabs, all right? I'm going to take you through everything, all right? Now, and this here, I think you will find this starting from Microsoft Office 2016, where you have this tell me what to do. So if you want to go to a particular thing under your Microsoft Word and you don't know which tab you will find that in, you can just come here and type it. All right, I hope you understand that. Okay, so now I hope you can see my mouse, right? I hope you can see this pointer here. Now, everything from here to this particular point, this is what is called the ribbon. All right, this is called the ribbon. Everything here. And depending on the tab you find yourself or the tab you are currently working on, depending on that would or that would depend on what you are going to see on your ribbon. All right. So, for example, because I'm currently on my home tab, I have the clipboard, I have the fonts, I have the paragraph, I have the styles, I have the editing. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. So, if I come to the insert tab, you discover that what I am seeing there is quite different. Okay. So, I have the pages, I have the tables, I have the illustrations, yada yada, right? Design, I have the document formatting, I have the page background. Now, if you click over all the tabs, you discover that you find different sections in your ribbon. And of course, I can close the ribbon. Okay. I know some of you might have found seen something like this and you wondered, where is this thing where has this thing gone? All right. If you want to bring it back again, all you need to do is to just click on it. And sometimes when you click on it and you come back here, it will disappear again. All right. So how do you fix that? Now I'm teaching you some tricks. I'm giving you some tips and tricks now. All right. So what you just need to do to fix that is to double tap. You can double tap on any of the tabs. All right. So when you double tap, now you see clicking here will not take it away again. All right. I think you've learned something how you can, or what you can do to, maybe just play with somebody. Okay. So I guess of course, you have a section here where you can see the number of pages, the number of words, the page views, whether you want to be on the read mode only, the print layout, the web layout, or you want to zoom in or zoom out. All right. So I think that's basically a general overview of the Microsoft Word window. But as we go on in this class, I'm going to show you how to work with this. So let's go back to our practice exercise. So we are to open Word, type Microsoft Word is an essential tool, save the file as wordpractice.docs. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Or let me quickly go through these instructions in case you are not using the Windows computer, maybe you are using MacBook. I made provision for that. I said the first thing you do is to open Microsoft Word. So I said click on the start menu. Now this is the start menu here, okay, on Windows. And if you are using the MacBook, click on the launch pad, all right? Search for Microsoft Word and open it. Okay, you can type the sentence, okay, type the sentence, click inside the blank document. So this is the blank document, just like I did, all right? And type Microsoft Word is an essential tool. Microsoft Word is an essential tool. That's exactly what I typed there, okay? So what's the next thing? Save the file. So how do I save the file? So one of the first things you are learning now is how to save a file. So how do I save the file? Click on File in the top menu, select Save As, or press Ctrl S. Okay, so that means there are basically two ways to save your file. Maybe there are more than two ways, but I'm going to mention two ways in this class. Okay, so the first way is a shortcut. On your keyboard, you see Ctrl S. I guess on the MacBook, you see Command S. All right, so on my keyboard, if I click on Ctrl, I will hold down my Ctrl and I will use my other finger to click on S. It will bring me to this interface. Okay. Alternatively, another way to save my document is, can you see this file tab here? When I click on this file tab, it will bring me to a place that is called the backstage view. Backstage view. Backstage view. All right. On this backstage view, I will go to the save as. Can you see the save as here? Okay. All right. Then I can choose the location where I want to save my file. I can choose the location where I want to save my file. For example, I want to save my file on documents, or maybe for yourself, you want to, okay, you can see that it's bringing out documents or CCNA material here. But maybe for yourself, you are just opening Microsoft Word for the first time, you click on Browse. So when you click on browse, you can see different locations where you want to save your file. Of course, it is good because what you are working on is a document, right? So it's okay you save it on a document folder. So I click on documents, and the instruction said I should save it as Word practice. Word practice. Now, I'll still talk about it, but there are different file types. All right, there are different file types. I'm going to just leave mine as a Word document. When I get to that section, I'm going to talk about it. Then I click on save. Okay, that's okay. So now look at it now. I saved it as Word practice. If you notice, the name bar that we have here before was document 1, but now we have it as Word practice. Okay, so that is also something very important. If you want to find out what is the name of the document you are working on, you can simply come to the Word, the name tab to find the name. Okay. So choose a location, name the file, Word practice, and click on save. Okay. So it said the bonus task. Let's quickly do this bonus task. Close and reopen the document to ensure it is saved correctly. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Now, how do you close the document? Now you can see this X. All right, you can see it has given it a name, close. So I'm just going to click on this X button here to close the document. I will go to my file explorer, or I come to this search bar here. I will search for the name of my document, which is Word practice. All right, can you see it here? Word practice. I click on it. I'll click on it. Yada. Okay. I hope you are getting this. I hope you are learning one or two things from this class. All right. At this point, if you are learning one or two things, give me a like. All right. You can write random comments, what you think, or maybe you know another way to open the file. Just put it in the comment box, and I will definitely respond to your comments and maybe your likes after the class. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next section now. Let's talk about basic, outline 2. We want to talk about basic text formatting and editing. Basic text formatting and editing. Now, if you are given a raw document, maybe you're a secretary and you are given a raw document and you are asked to format this document, what do you do? What do you do when you are asked to format a document? Now, there are several things you can do. Number one is you can change the font type. The first thing is for you to change the font type. The second thing is that you can change the font size. The next is that you can change the color. All right. Another thing you can do when you are talking about formatting is apply bold, italics, underline, and strike through. Another thing you can do is to adjust alignments, whether you want to make it left aligned, center aligned, right, or justified. Okay. Another thing you can do is to use bulleted or bullet points or numbered list. All right, bullet points or number list. Are you ready for another exercise? I told you this class is going to be very practical. So if you are just looking at me and you are not, you are not practicing. Shall I say practicing? Yeah, practicing. Then go ahead and practice. Right? Go ahead and practice. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. All right. So format a sentence with different font styles and create a bulleted list. So let's quickly do that. It said type the following sentence in the Microsoft Word. All right. Microsoft Word is a powerful tool for creating professional documents. So I want to type that now. So I have typed this already. I'm not going to, I'm not going to change anything here. I'll just click on enter on your keyboard to move to the next line here. However, there are different word processing applications that you can use to do exactly the same thing. In fact, their functions are the same. Now let me see some of their functions, right? You can basically, anything you can do on Microsoft Word, you can do on many other word processing applications. All right, so I just need to mention that you might want to use maybe Google Docs or many other things, but just understand that the style is the same. Okay, so let me go back to my instruction here. It says apply different font style to the sentence. So for example, it said I should make Microsoft Word bold, italize a powerful tool, underline for creating professional documents, and change the font color of professional to blue. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So I'm going to select Microsoft Word. Now the way to select is you bring your cursor. Your cursor is this blinking guy. I call it blinking guy. And you left click. You take this your cursor, you take this your mouse, and drag it, right click and drag to where you have Microsoft Word, just like we have in the instruction, and it will bring out. Now what you are seeing here is called the contextual tab. All right, so this is called the contextual tab. So what this will do is you can click on bold, just like the instruction asks us to do. However, if you come here, you can also see the same thing, bold. Okay, bold. All right. So the next instruction says we should italize a powerful tool. So I'm going to italize a powerful tool. I'm going to use this place, AI, italize. Okay. Then it said we should underline for creating professional documents. So we want to underline for creating a professional document. I forgot to include documents. So I'm going to underline documents. Okay. Then it said change the font color of professional. Now, I already taught you how to select. Another way to select professional is to double tap on professional. So I will just double tap on professional. I will change the color. It said I should change the color to blue. I'm going to click on the drop down here and change the color to, since I like red, so I will change the color to blue. Okay, and that's it. So basically what I have done to this particular text is to format it. However, the exercise mentioned that we should change the style, which we've done, but I also want to change the font type. Change the font type. Now, don't forget we are currently on the Home tab here, and under the Home tab we have the clipboard, we have the fonts, we have the paragraph, we have the styles, we have the editing. So I want to change the font type. Now I'm going to change the font type for Microsoft Word is an essential tool. So what will I do? I'm going to triple tap on it to select the entire paragraph. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Then I'm going to come here. The current font type is Calibri. I love Times New Roman. But for the essence of this class, to make it fun, I'm going to change it to Algeria. Is that Algeria? Okay, good. I'll change it to Algeria. So I have here that Microsoft Word is an essential tool. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as this. So you can just play around it and enjoy yourself. Now, the next instruction here is to create a bulleted list with the following items: word processing features, text formatting options, page layout and design, collaboration and sharing. Okay, so let me quickly do that. I will click on enter to come to the next line. Now, I need to be careful. Now, look at what will happen here. The first thing there it says Word. Now, did you notice something? The moment I click Word, I have underline underneath. All right, but I don't want that. So I am going to either delete this and come back to and unclick on underline so as to remove the underline. So when I type in my word processing features, you can see that the underline is not there. All right. So the next thing I want to do is to, just finish typing everything. So the next thing is to say text formatting options. The next is page layout, and design. And last one is collaboration and what? And sharing. I hope you're following me, guys. Okay, so now the instruction is to create a bulleted list with the following items. So I am done writing the items. The next thing for me to do is to highlight every one of them. So when I'm done highlighting, I come to the paragraph tab or paragraph section under the home tab. If you come to the design tab, you will not see the paragraph section. So you have to be on the home tab to be able to see the paragraph section, all right? So now you have the bullets here. So I will click on these bullets, yada, okay? So if you click on this drop down, you can choose from different styles of bullets, okay? Let me choose this since it has, maybe it's fun or something, right? Okay. I hope you are learning something. Again, if you've not liked this video already, go ahead and like it, okay? Now let's go to the next instruction, okay? We are already on the third, third outline. So on the third outline, we are asked to, it's talking about paragraph and page formatting. Paragraph and page formatting. Now, under paragraph and page formatting, what can you do? Now, basically we started with formatting, all right? Basic formatting and editing. So how do you format a paragraph or a page? The first thing we want to do under here is line spacing and paragraph spacing. Line spacing and paragraph spacing. The next thing is indents and margins. Indents and margins, or maybe you call it indentation, okay? And the next thing we want to do, or the last thing we want to do, is page orientation. And there are basically two kinds of page orientation. You can have portrait and landscape, okay? Portrait or landscape. So we'll look at the difference between the two. Are you ready? You see, I'm making this very, very simple. I will talk a little bit and we'll go to practice, to practicalize what we talk about, okay? So we are asked to adjust line spacing to 1.5 and change the page orientation to landscape. So look at the instruction. The instruction says, type the following paragraph in Microsoft Word. Type the following paragraph in Microsoft Word. Proper formatting improves the readability and presentation of documents. Adjusting line spacing and page orientation help create a well-structured document for better clarity. Okay, so let me go back to my Microsoft Word and type this. Are we ready? Now, did you notice something else? The moment I clicked on enter is taking me to another bulleted point, but that's not what I want to do. To fix that, click on enter again. It will take you to the next line. Okay, so let's quickly type what we have there. So it's clarity. Okay, are we together? So proper formatting improves the readability and presentation of documents. Adjusting line spacing and page orientation help create a well-structured document for better clarity. Full stop. So let's say the next thing. What are we to do next? Adjust line spacing. So how do you adjust the line spacing? The first thing is for you to select the paragraph, go to the Home tab, click on line and spacing icon, select 1.5 spacing for the drop down list. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So you select the paragraph. How do you select the paragraph? Now, I already taught you, you can triple tap. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Another way you can select the paragraph is by coming, can you see where my mouse is? When you double tap, it will also select the paragraph. So there are several ways to do the same thing when you are working with Microsoft Word. Okay? Now, the instruction said I should come to the paragraph section and choose on the line spacing. Now, this is line and paragraph spacing. So I want to increase the line spacing to 1.5. Can you see the difference? Okay, so I click on 1.5. So I think I fixed that. So now let me also, the next instruction says I should change the page orientation to landscape. Change the page orientation to landscape. So it said I should click on the layout tab, select orientation, choose landscape mode. All right, let's quickly do that. Go to the layout. All right, it says I should choose orientation and landscape. Can you see the difference? Let me do it again. Can you see? Okay, so there is a bonus exercise there. It said I should go to the print layout so that you have a better feel of it. For you to print a document, you just need to press Ctrl P, or you go to the File tab, go to the Backstage view, and click on Print. Can you see? So this is how it's going to be. But I guess there are certain things the exercise did not mention. So let me quickly talk about it. Okay. So we said line spacing and paragraph spacing. We spoke about that. Indent and margin, page orientation. So I think I skipped indent and margin. So let me quickly talk about indent and margin. Now, when you go back to your page layout, for example, when you go back to your home, you see the indents. So, for example, now, you know, for many of you that you attended your school in Nigeria, and when you were in primary school or secondary school, and your teacher will ask you to put paragraph, all right? Of course, what we understood then as putting paragraph to a body of information is to add indentation, but we don't call it indentation, then we'll call it paragraph. So for example, can you see that? That is paragraph. So you can see the margin line is, it's one way or the other push the content forward. Okay, I don't know whether you notice this. So if I want, this is increasing the indents or decreasing the indents. A shortcut to that is by clicking on the tab key, or you use the shift shift tab on your keyboard. All right. Now for the margin, if you want to fix the margin, you go to page layout. You can see margin here just before orientation that we saw the other time. On the margin, you can see different margins. If you want to make it narrow, you want to make it moderate, you want to make, you know, let's see what this mirror will do. Okay, just added something to it. Let's look at narrow. Can you see? So the margin is basically talking about the space between the top of the, what's it called, of the document to your word. All right, that's basically what Imagine is talking about in a layman language. Okay, so I think gradually we are coming to the end of today's class. Okay, so we saw the print layout. Yeah, we've done that already. So let's come to the working with basic objects. So how do you work with basic objects? I hope you guys can still hear me. All right. So working with basic objects. So when we talk about working with basic objects, it means you want to insert and redesign image. You want to create simple table. You want to use shapes and icon. So we want to insert a practice exercise is to insert an image and resize it to 50% of its original size. What do we do? Open Microsoft Word. So for this particular work, we want to use a different Microsoft document. Shall I call it document? Let me say different Microsoft document. Yeah, I think I'm correct. So, but before I leave this document, I want to save it. For you to save it, you can come to the File tab. Now, at this point, you don't have to come to Save As again. You only need Save As if you want to save the file as a new document. But if you save the file before, all you need to do is to click on Save, or simply just use Ctrl S or Command S if you are using the MacBook. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. I will close it. All right. And I will come back to my search bar here and click on Microsoft Word. It will open the Microsoft Word interface again for me. I will choose the blank document. I'll close this notification and I'll go back to the instruction to see what is it saying. It said open Microsoft Word and create a blank document. That's what I just did now. Insert an image. So how do you insert an image? Click on insert. Is it insert or insert? I mean, whatever pronunciation, you are always right. All right, so click on insert in the top menu, select pictures, then this device or online pictures to search the web. All right, if you are connected to the internet, you can also use online pictures. Choose the image from your computer and click on insert or insert. Okay, so let me quickly do that. Said I should come to the insert tab. Can you see pictures here? I can choose online pictures or this device. So I'm going to choose this device and I am going to come to, I think I have some pictures under download. All right. So I'm going to choose this. I guess this is the flyer you all saw that made you register for this particular training. Okay. So let's go back to the instruction. So I guess right now you know how to add an image to a Microsoft Word document or to a Word document entirely. All right, you go to the Insert tab, you click on Word document and you select the image you want to add, and that's it. So the next instruction says resize the image. Click on the inserted image to select it. Look for the corner resize handles, small circles or square at the edges. Click and drag inward while holding the shift key to maintain aspect ratio. Okay. Alternatively, before we go to the alternative, let's quickly practice this. So what we are saying is this. Can you see here? You can, that is when they say click, you left click and you drag. Can you see it's becoming smaller, bigger, smaller. Now there's something you should never do to your image. Don't drag from the top. Can you see? When you are dragging from the top like this, you are definitely destroying the image. Okay, so you either you should always drag from the angle if you want to, reduce the size. Okay, don't drag from this point, don't drag from this point, don't drag from this point. All right, only drag from this point or this point, not this point. If you learn something about image, now we are talking about Microsoft Word, I'm teaching something about images. All right, but that's okay. So let's go to, so he said alternatively, go to the picture tab, picture format tab, size group, and manually adjust the height and the width to 50% of the original size. So let's quickly do that. So now there's something you need to know. This picture format is called a contextual tab. All right. It will only appear if you are working on an image. For example, I am not clicking on this image. You can see the picture tab is not there. But the moment I click on this image, can you see the picture tab now? All right. So the picture format tab, it asks me to go to, so now you can see it here. All right. You can either change the size, you can even crop it. All right, you can crop it, you can, you know, do a lot of things to it. You can, the height, make it 50%, 50%, okay? The height and the width 50%, and that's it. So I guess it was originally 42%, and 50% made it quite bigger, okay? So, that's it. Or let's say we want to make it smaller. Now, this is where I clicked, all right? So I'm going to make it, let me make it 25%. So 25%, okay. All right, can you see now it is smaller, right? All right. So the next instruction here is to save the document and name it as image practice. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I will Control S. I will put it in my documents. He said I should call it image practice. Okay, and save. Do what you want to do, and that's it. Now, it gave me a bonus task which says that I should do what? I should apply a picture style or border to enhance the image. So let's do some photo editing here. Maybe not complex one, but we come to here, want to add picture style. Can you see that? Fantabulous. Right? So you can just play around this and just remove background. I mean, the remove background is not very very but just play around it. You can picture effect, put shadow, make it okay. Let's see 3D rotate. Fantabulous. You can do play with this on you. I mean, many of you don't even know that you can do this with Microsoft Word. It's like having a 3D, what should I call it now? 3D image. Okay. So, well, I think we've come to the end of this section. I think there was something that was not mentioned. Tables. I think we should talk about tables here. So let me quickly, teach you how to create a table. So now this is the image. Now, if you want to create a table, all you have to do is to come to the Insert tab. You can see tables here. You click on it. Now, when we talk about tables, there are rows, there are columns. There are rows, there are columns. There is a default row and column that we have here, which is 10 by 8. All right. But let's assume that what you want is more than 10 by 8. Maybe you want to do a computation of maybe 20 by 15 or something. All right. So you can come to the Insert tab. How many number of columns do you want? You want 20 number of columns. The tab, the row, how many row do you want? You want 10. And okay, so you already have 20 by 10, 20 columns, 10 rows, and that's it. All right. So you can, of course, I think I will still talk about maybe in the intermediate class. You can change the styles. You can do whatsoever you want to do to it. I think I will talk about it so that I will be able to save my time. I have 10 minutes more. So the last thing I want to talk about in this class is how to save and print your documents. I believe I already taught you how to save. your document. So you can save in different formats. All right. For example, you are asked to convert a Word document to PDF. You can actually do it, and there are different um, save types or types that you can save your document. So open a Microsoft Word and ensure you have content in the document. So we use this instruction: save as PDF. So how do you save a file as PDF? Let's say, for example, we want to save this file as PDF. So we'll come to file. You know we have saved it before. So for us to save as PDF, we are going to click on save as. Click the location you want to save it. Then click on save as type. Here, can you see? You have different, but we are going to PDF. Okay? And you can optimize it, what your standard publishing or minimum, open file after publishing. So I want to open the file so that I will see how it looked like. And can you see? This is beautiful. All right, this is beautiful. I don't know whether you can add your picture to the comments. If you can do that, I mean, I want to definitely see this PDF. Oh no, I know you can definitely do that. Okay, so, but I know you really have something brilliant. Oh, this is what you should do. Send me, definitely if you registered for this particular course, you should get a notification. All right. So send me this particular document via email. All right. I want to see what you are able to do with your PDF. Okay, so let me come back here. So you have saved it as PDF. So you can decide to print it. So let's come back here and say, for example, we want to print this PDF. This is the print icon here, or you can click on Ctrl P. This is how it's going to look like. And if you are connected to the printer, you just click on print. But let me go back to my. All right, we already talked about the PDF quality, and that is it. So in this class, we were able to complete 5 lessons. Okay, again, if you have anybody that wants to register maybe for tomorrow's class so that you get the notification when we're about to start, use academy.shokenisolutions.com. Okay. So in this class, getting started with Microsoft Word, we were able to cover introduction to Microsoft Word. We also covered basic text formatting and editing. We also covered paragraph and page formatting. All right, paragraph and page formatting, and we covered working with basic objects. We also covered formatting and printing documents. How do you format? How do you print? Did I say formatting? Saving and printing documents. All right, saving and printing documents. And with this, we are at the end of today's class. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things. I really hope so. So if you learned something from this particular class, please do well subscribe to this channel. All right. Yeah, we are just starting, but I know you already know. If you followed this class till this point, I know you know that you have learned something new. Definitely something new, maybe a better way to do something or a different way to do something. And I promise you, this is just the beginner class. All right. Tomorrow during the intermediate class, I'm going to blow you away. All right. So thank you so much for joining today's class. Feel free to invite somebody tomorrow. It's going to start by 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. All right. You see, I'm not even overshooting the time. Right. So from 12 to 1, I'm going to be here with you again. Share it, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, or at Shokeni Academy. All right, Shokeni Academy, and you can, Shokeni Academy is a subsidiary of Shokeni Solutions. Shokeni Academy is a subsidiary of Shokeni Solutions. And thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.